Okay, so I'm going to talk about growing your own food and trying to be a little bit more independent of the system. Now, you walk around through the communities in the big cities, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, you walk around, especially neighborhoods that got houses, and you see all the neighbors with their bushes and flowers and grass, and they're spending a lot of energy growing things that they can't eat. I mean, we're not cows, we can't eat grass. How much energy you want to spend on your lawn, but at the same time, you're growing absolutely no food. I mean, it's time for people to start putting some of that energy into growing some food, something that you could eat, something that you could benefit from, instead of just growing a lot of things that's just to look at and just look pretty. So, you know, my wife, she wanted to grow a garden. She said, I want to start a garden, so we said, okay, cool. That's a good idea. I sat back with her, I said, let's go get everything. She went and got all the sprouts, she got everything, she started the sprouts, she planted a garden. Let me let you have a quick peek at the garden and what the garden looks like. And then I'll go into more information about, you know, growing your own food. see, now that's a nice garden. Small, but nice. You know, we got the cucumbers in there, the yellow squash, watermelon, cantaloupe, red pepper, and some other things. So, you know, my advice to you is, you know, grow organic, start to grow your own garden, and you might as well, because you've got to start eating more fruits and vegetables and get off all that dead flesh you eat. You know, stop eating dead flesh and start eating fruits and vegetables, nuts and grains. These things were put here on this planet for you. So you need to take advantage of them and make sure that you're healthy. And you know, when you go to the store, you got to watch these foods because they're selling you these GMO products. These products are genetically modified. You know, who wants to eat a tomato that's been hybrid and mixed in with spiders? You know, where they take genetically modify it with DNA they get from spiders. So nobody wants to eat that. You know, who wants to eat a cow that's been genetically modified and mixed with human DNA? I mean, some of this is ridiculous. You think you're eating a hamburger, but you're eating a man burger because it's half man, half hamburger. So, look, start growing your own food. You got to start being independent. So, you know, as a big storm comes, your power goes out. What you gonna do if you don't have a generator? You need a generator. You need solar panels, solar power. You need to be able to clean your own water so you don't be drinking all of this fluoride and all the chemicals. You know, in Lake Michigan, people were flushing so much medicine down the drains and down the toilet that all the medicine was coming up through the water system. So you get a glass of water, now you're taking all kind of pills, birth control pills, all kind of pills. So you got to become more independent of the system. You can't depend on the system to take care of you. And one of the main things you're going to need is food and water. So, you know, start growing a little bit of food. First start out small, and next thing you get more and more and more food. You know, and it's a nice thing. So, you know, today we just harvested some green beans, some squash, some cucumbers, some cilantro, some basil, some red peppers. You know, it's a nice thing to go out there and harvest your own food. And I'm out here harvesting food while the rest of the neighbors are cutting grass and growing bushes and flowers. You know, man, we got to get rid of this sheep mentality where we watch TV and we want to do what the Joneses do. We see the Joneses got a big, nice lawn and they got their grass all neat and their flowers, so we want to do that. If the Joneses don't grow no food, you're not going to grow no food. And if the Joneses starve, your ass going to starve. So man, get here, wake up, grow your own food, no GMO, and go vegan. That's the message. Get with it. One.
Have you ever considered becoming a vegan but didn't know what steps to take? Or started the transition but wasn't able to finish the process? Well, you're in luck because now you have the easiest way to become a vegan. A simple and clear guide to embracing a vegan lifestyle. For more information, please visit www.veganintel.com and get your guide today.